Jai Gurudev students. Today I am going to describe you some terminology related to the description of a flower. That is how to describe a flower. You have to know some terminology. So for the description of a flower, you have to know that is whether the bract is present or bract is absent. Now what is bract? See the green part, this part is known as bract. So if the bract is present, then bracted. If that one is absent, so it is known as ebracted. Next one is pedicellate or sessile. Now if with a stalk the part get attached with the main axis, then that is known as pedicellate. If that one is absent, then that is known as sessile. Now next one is ebracteolate or bracteolate. Now what is that? Bract is present or absent, on the basis of which ebracted and bracted. Now another green part which is known as bracteolate. If that one is present, then bracteolate. If it is absent, ebracteolate. Then whether the flower is actinomorphic or zygomorphic. If we cut the flower in any plane so that both the sides are equal, then that is known as actinomorphic. And if we can cut the flower only in one plane so that both the sides are equal, in that case it is known as zygomorphic. One of the example of actinomorphic, this one. So this way we can cut, this way also. So this one is actinomorphic. But in case of this flower, it is a zygomorphic. Only one plane we can cut the flower in longitudinal direction. Otherwise, the two parts will not be equal one. So next one is whether they are bisexual or unisexual. If both the sexual, that is male and female reproductive part is present, then bisexual. If only one is present, then it is unisexual. Now the type of the ovary. Either it is superior or the inferior. In both the cases, it is inferior. It is known as hypogynous, perigynous, epigynous. And students, the diagram is very, very important one. So if the thalamus is dome shape and all the floral parts are arranged on it, it is known as hypogynous and ovary is superior. If it is inserted into the thalamus, in both the cases, then that is known as inferior. And perigynous, epigynous. Okay, both are inferior. Now next one is what is the color of the flower or any other special character if present. Next one is calyx. Now what is this calyx? So this is known as calyx. This green part is known as calyx. In singular number it is known as sepals. The number of sepals you have to count. Next, polycephalous or gamocephalous. Polycephalous means if the sepals are free from one another, then it is polycephalous. If the sepals are united, then it is known as gamocephalous. Now next one is, that is estivation. Okay, estivation. So in case of the estivation, there is mainly 4 type of estivation. Number 1 is velvet. These are the sepals. Some gap are there. So these, when these gaps are present, side by side they are arranged. So that is known as velvet. Twisted means one margin is internal and means this and the margin. One margin is internal and another outer. Inter, outer. So that one is twisted. In case of the imbricate, one is totally inner, 2 margin is internal, another one is 2 margin is outer, rest of the twisted. So imbricate. In case of the vexillary, this one is the outermost one and bigger one, and next 2 is twisted type, and this one is totally inner, vexillary. So velvet, twisted, imbricate and vexillary. So this is known as estivation. It is very, very important one. So next one is gynoecium. Number of carpels. Okay. So number of carpels in case of this one is 5 in number. So 5 in number easily you can count. Then whether it is apocarpus or the syncarpus. Apocarpus means carpels are free. Easily you can count 1, 2, 3. And in case of the syncarpus, carpels are fused. You cannot count. They are fused. Then next one is whether they are superior or they are inferior. Okay. Placentation means this is superior and inferior means arrangement on the thalamus. Then placentation means if you cut the section of the ovary, then ovule is present. This one is ovule. These are the ovules. Ovule is present. So where they are present, how they are present, so that is known as placentation. Placentation is marginal when it is present in the margin only one axile attached with the center, that is known as axile. Parietal means ovules are attached with the peripheral portion, that is known as parietal. Then basal, the base, ovule is present, get attached with the base of the ovary, basal. Next one is superficial, means number of ovules are present, so it is superficial. Free central means in the center, but they are free. So see the difference. Free central. So these are the placentations. You have to cut the section of the ovary and you have to describe the position of the ovule. Next one is type of the fruit. Mainly three types: simple, aggregate and composite. Now in case of the simple, one carpels give one fruit. So simple one. Aggregate, so they are get aggregated number of with a common, that is receptacles, they are get attached. So aggregate. And this one is composite. They are number are more. The example is pineapple. Number of that is fruits are present. So this one is jackfruit and mango. So in case of the fruit, simple, aggregate or the composite type.